Well, if you've no objection, and with your kind permission, may I set the stage?
All art has the ultimate purpose of affecting the person experiencing it in some way, of emotionally reaching them and delivering a message, and film is no different. In this regard, musical movies have an advantage that other, more standard forms of film don't have. The advantage of having music in the forefront, leading the film, instead of being part of the ambience or background. Music has the power to express and transmit emotions in a way that imagery and language cannot without going to great lengths. Three great examples of musical movies that utilize this inherent advantage of music are Singing in the Rain, Man of La Mancha, and Jesus Christ Superstar. Now, though these are all musicals, they are very distinct from each other. Man of La Mancha and Jesus Christ Superstar were originally stage musicals.
Of the theater!
Meanwhile, Singing in the Rain is an original musical movie, something that is very rare in the realm of musicals, as most of them are adaptations. Second, Jesus Christ Superstar is unlike the other two, because it is an operetta, a style of musical that chooses to emulate the grand opera by having no scripted scenes with dialogue. Instead, the entire thing is sung, going from song to song and number to number. This means that music has a different relationship to Jesus Christ Superstar than to our other two examples, as music composes the entire narrative of the film. To begin, let's talk about the most basic advantage a musical has over a standard film. The music used can serve to enhance the feel and purpose of a scene. This can be done to both make a sad scene feel sadder, or to make a comedy scene even funnier. A great example of this comes from Singing in the Rain, during the slapstick comedy number, Make 'Em Laugh. The happy and upbeat music serves to further enhance Donald O'Connor's impressive slapstick, and gives the entire sequence a rhythm and flow that it wouldn't otherwise have if it weren't tied to a piece of music. Another interesting difference between musicals and regular talkies is in how exposition is treated. In a standard film, exposition can be very boring and unappealing to the audience, as it is a clear violation of the adage show don't tell. But in a musical, the telling is the entire point, so an entire song about how a specific character feels, or what their motivations are, seems natural, and it's able to deliver exposition without the audience even recognizing it as such, as long as the song itself is an enjoyable experience. One of my favorite examples of this comes from Man of La Mancha, in Don Quixote's most important song titled The Impossible Dream. In it, the Don explicitly says everything that he stands for, in a very direct manner, both to the audience and to the character of Aldonza. In a standard film, this would seem a bit cliché and uninspired, but because it's tied to the medium of a song, it adds a lot of emotional depth to his performance, and also to the audience understanding of said performance within the context of the film.
The unreachable star.
And this ties directly to my next point, which is the concept of the reprise. A reprise in a musical is essentially the return of a previously performed song, usually in a different context that pushes some sort of change or growth for the character or characters singing the song. For example, you can have a dark reprise of a previously hopeful or happy song to signify how bad things have gotten in comparison to before. A good example of this is in Jesus Christ Superstar, where Mary Magdalene first sings the song I Don't Know How to Love Him, in which she expresses her feelings for Jesus. This is then reprised by Judas later on, when he is regretting betraying Jesus and is quickly falling deeply into despair. Or you can also have a triumphant reprise, where a song returns to signify some sort of positive change or positive outcome. My personal favorite example of this in perhaps all of musicals is yet again in Man of La Mancha, where the last song of the entire film is a reprise of The Impossible Dream. Right when Cervantes is being taken by the Inquisition, all of the inmates rise to bid him goodbye by singing his character's signature song, signifying how Don Quixote has gotten, through their previously cynical and pessimistic shells, truly changed them as people and inspired them to reach for their own impossible dreams, living on the spirit of his character. It's the most emotional part of the movie for me. and the thematic significance combined with how beautiful the song is never fails to make me tear up. And truly, that's what a musical should be. A musical is an inherently emotional experience. It combines two absolutely human things, storytelling and music, to create a cohesive narrative where the characters live and breathe what they sing. Sure, it may seem cheesy how they break into these choreographed song and dance numbers at random intervals, but the way it's presented raises the viewer's suspension of disbelief and engrosses them into the experience. It draws you into the world it presents with both sight and sound, and be it on stage or on the screen, a musical provides an experience that is simply unlike any other form of entertainment.